The Motel of Whispering Pines podcast, production by Lynn and Dave, episode 43, The 13 Tales of Whispering Pines Motel, and Tale 12, The Executioner. The next skeleton sat haunched, its head bowed under the weight of an unseen burden, as if reliving an endless torment. Rusted iron shackles hung from its bony wrists, clinking softly, and its skeletal hands seemed to clutch a phantom axe, fingers frozen in the memory of their deadly grip. When it lifted its head, the hollow sockets glowed with a dark, unsettling light. "I was once the king's executioner," it began, its voice low and gravelly, filled with a heavy sorrow. "I carried out every sentence, sending souls to their end with a single swift stroke. I thought myself immune to fear, untouched by the cries of those condemned. I believed that I was merely the instrument, that their lives were the price for order, justice, peace, but I was wrong, so very wrong." The skeleton's fingers flexed around the invisible handle of its axe, a spectral blade seeming to shimmer faintly in the darkness. "I had ended many lives," it continued, a note of regret threading through its voice, "but there were some who pleaded, whose words followed me back to my chamber, haunting my dreams. They spoke of innocence, of families left behind, of children who would never see their mothers and fathers again, and their eyes, the way they looked at me, not with hatred, but with sorrow." It shook its head slowly, the chains rattling in eerie echoes. "At first, it was only in my sleep that they came, pale, flickering shapes in my dreams. I would see them, standing silent and still, their faces half hidden in shadow. One night I woke drenched in sweat, thinking it only a nightmare, but then I saw them. There they were, standing at the foot of my bed, their eyes fixed upon me. Hollow and accusing, they stared in silence, saying nothing, yet their presence was an agony I could scarcely bear. The room grew colder as it spoke, and Tom and Lucy shivered, feeling the weight of invisible eyes upon them, as if the spirits of the condemned lingered still, listening. "Every night they returned," the executioner went on, its voice barely more than a whisper. "Each night a new face joined their ranks. They surrounded me, closer and closer, whispering in voices like the rustle of leaves. Their accusations grew louder, filling my mind until I could think of nothing else. Their faces twisted, pale and gaunt, shadows stretching and morphing into horrors I could not name." Its bony fingers clenched tighter. "I tried to drown them out. I drank until the world spun, hoping it would silence them, but still they came. I shut myself in my chamber, barring every door, yet they slipped in through the cracks, their voices filling every corner. I began to lose my mind, feeling their cold, vengeful touch even when I was awake." Tom and Lucy leaned forward, transfixed yet repelled, as the skeleton's tale unfolded in the quiet, dreadful room. "I realized," it said, voice thick with the weight of despair, "that I would never escape them. The souls I had sent beyond this life would never let me go. They wanted justice, a vengeance I could not avoid. In a moment of madness, I picked up my own axe and—" It paused, its voice faltering. "Ended the nightmare the only way I knew how." For a long moment it sat in silence, the chains dangling from its wrists, clinking as if animated by the memory. Tom and Lucy felt a chill pass through them, the cold fingers of the executioner's tail seeming to linger in the air. "But that, you see," the skeleton continued, its voice now barely a rasp, "was just the beginning. For I had thought that death would release me from their grasp, but I was wrong. I was condemned to walk the earth as they do, trapped between this world and the next. And now I feel their fingers clawing at my soul, even now, whispering, accusing. They are always there, the faces of the condemned, and I am forever haunted by the lives I took, bound to this chair. My soul is cursed as theirs." Its voice faded into silence, the last echoes swallowed by the vast empty room. Tom and Lucy felt as if they too could almost see the spectral forms of the condemned circling the executioner, their pale faces glowering from beyond the veil, forever bound to him in death as he had bound them in life. The executioner's hollow eyes turned to them one last time, a warning in their haunted depths. "Remember this, travelers. For every life you touch, for every soul you harm, there may come a reckoning. And death is no escape from the chains we forge in life."